Hey guys, welcome back. So I figured I would tell a little story about a girl named JWoww who ended up on the Jersey Shore. I actually do look at my comments, and a lot of people always wanted to know how Jenni Farley ended up going to the Jersey Shore. So let me break it down to you in a long-winded way. Right before I turned 21, I moved to New York City because I had a dream of being an animator for Disney, Pixar, or anyone that would take me. And I went to NYIT for college. But during that time, I was working at multiple places, one of them being a nightclub, Origins. And we used to have casting calls all the time for TV shows. But one weekend, my best friend Joey Colleen, who you saw many, many times as Snooki JWoww and Jersey Shore, visited me one time at my nightclub. Once. And that one time happened to be the time that we were doing tryouts for Paris Hilton, my new BFF. So I was like, all right, whatever. I'll sign up with you just because he already tried to sign up 4 times, and the casting company knew him at this point. It was like, we get it. You want to be like a BFF, but you need to relax. So I filled out this document. I hate blondes, F this, blah, blah, blah. I probably put I was a lesbian. I wrote all this BS. And got a call back, and they're like, we would love you for Paris Hilton, my new BFF, but we have this voting off Guido show that we're gonna have on VH1, and we would love for you to be a part of it because we totally feel like you're a Guidette. And I'm like, what the fuck is a Guidette? But that's besides the point, because I actually really was. I was just like this hardcore bitch with this crazy Long Island accent. I was like, yeah, whatever. Side note, when you actually watch me on season 1 Jersey Shore, I was totally wearing all my name brands of all my club appearance companies. 2 years later, mind you, to get on Jersey Shore, it took about 2 years. Every couple of months, I'd get a call about, let's send me a video of this, send me a video of that. And it wasn't like it is now where you have an iPhone and you can just be like, whatever. No, I didn't have a phone with video on it. This is 2007, 2008. So I had to buy a camcorder. I was bringing camcorders into the club. I was hanging out with the Gotti boys, trying to record them. I was doing the most dumbest shit ever to get on the show because I thought it was a Guido voting off show, and I wanted to be the ultimate Guido. And then somewhere in the mix of that, they decided that they were going to change Jersey Shore from a voting off show on VH1 to a real world style show on MTV. And I was like, all right, that's cool, whatever. So you figure 16 months later, I'm driving down to Toms River, New Jersey, and I'm with the producer, and they're telling me you have to check into this hotel, and we don't know if you're gonna be called on or not, but you have to tell your bosses in your school, this was in August, that you're either gonna come back in 5 or 6 weeks, or you're gonna come back in 4 days. And I was like, why? Because they're like, well, we're bringing around 20 kids down and we don't know who we're gonna pick. But if you're picked, you're going on the show and you won't have a cell phone. But if you're not picked, after 3 or 4 days, you get to go home. I was like, well, that's stupid, but all right. So I packed up my blue BMW. I legitimately drove to this hotel that I've never been. I never went to Jersey before. I was such a Long Island Hamptons girl. So I check into this hotel and they're like, all right, you're signing in for the show. I need your car keys, your IDs, your wallet, your phone, and anything electronic on you. And I'm just like, all right. Gave it all to them, no big deal. If you try to take my phone right now, I'd actually cut you. You had to slide notes under the door of the hotel if you wanted food, because they took away your hotel phone. And it was all this conspiracy because they didn't want anyone to know who were the 8 that were picked. And they didn't want us to cross paths in the hotel. It was so crazy. I'll never forget it. I was just sitting in my hotel room on the 4th day. I went through my 10th interview, and I was like, I don't think it's happening. And this producer, who's still my producer and friend, even on Jersey Shore family vacation today, was like, his name was Sev, and he sat down in my chair, and he was like, I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm really sorry. I was like, you just wasted 4 days of my life in 2 years. And he's like, yeah, you need to pack your shit because you're going on. And I was bugging out, screaming in my hotel room. I was like, all right, that's cool. What do I do? And he's like, well, I can't tell you. He's like, you're gonna get this address and you're gonna drive to it and you're just gonna figure it out. So then I was like, oh my God, like, am I going to, like, where am I going? Is it a house? Is it like, where am I going? Like, they tell us nothing. So I legitimately showed up to the Jersey Shore house, and I could tell it was where I was supposed to be because there was like cameramen and producers and cranes. And I just like walked in the house like I did, and then the rest is history. But that's literally how it went down. Like years and months in between callbacks and not having a clue, going from different networks, changing, giving up my cell phone for over 30 days and my internet and TV, and not having any of that, and literally putting my life in $4.95 in MTV's hands. And honestly, I can't thank them enough. Because of them, then I found my husband, I have my kids, I have a beautiful house, I'm able to still work in this industry. So I'm glad I wrote what I wrote on that crazy paper for Paris Hilton, my new BFF, because it helped me be the person that I am today. So comment below, subscribe. I've literally told this story 5,000 times, so I will never effing say it again. So if you don't know, now you know, and if you need to ask again, I will never answer it again. I love you guys. Till next time.
Oh my God, you reek of alcohol.